Okay, we're out here at the long range rifle range, which is a place that, to be honest, I'm not very familiar with as part of this outdoor shooting range that I'm a member of. I'm competing in an AK, well, sort of what they call Cold War. It's, a lot of sort of Cold War era rifles, and they have a division for Block, which is mostly AKs. I'm in the open, so I can use an optic and a magnifier, but I've never taken this rifle probably past 75 yards. So I'm in an area where I'm not very familiar with, which is long range shooting. I have tried to educate myself a little bit on ballistics. I know that the 7.62 by 39 is going to have a pretty significant drop. Unfortunately, I was hoping to get what they call dope, or data on previous engagements. So I even downloaded a very simple little dope template, and I was hoping to get 100, 200, and 300, because I think in the competition that I'm in, the longest target is going to be around 330 meters, which is probably about 360 yards. So I was really hoping just to get, where do I need to hold, say 100, 200, and then out to 300. So unfortunately, from the targets that I can see here, and I brought a little range finder, the targets that I can see here, looks like I'm only going to be able to go out, or at least have access to like close to 300, about 280 yards, 290 yards. So anyway, we're going to do the best that we can with that and just try to get a feel for the rifle, and trying to punch out to around 300 yards today and trying to get whatever I can learn from that. And again, this is an area where I'm really out of water, well beyond my skis, and just trying to do the best that I can. Not that it'll show up good on video, but just wanted to give you a sense of the rifle range. You can see it's, these targets blend right into this terrain. It's very difficult. Again, we are on some elevation shooting across this arroyo, or a small canyon. So that was sort of today's field environment. All right, we're going to take a range measurement for the first target, which is a fairly large steel target that we'll send a couple of rounds at. It looks like about 277 yards. Yeah, 280, 277, 280. So we'll call it 280, and that'll be our first shot. Okay, so helping me with this is the Hornady ballistics calculator. A lot of people seem to be using this from the research that I was doing. You can create a rifle profile, and in that profile you can also put some information about the bullets that you're using. I'm using, I think, 123 grain Igman on this particular one. Let me just see what I'm shooting here. Yep, that's what it looks like it's going to be. In here, basically, you can put sort of the direction on wind. It got a pretty strong wind, at least 10 miles per hour today, I believe, out here in the desert. I've just made a guesstimate at what direction that it's blowing in. You've got a little visual indicator in the app that tells you that. And so basically, with the information I've entered, it says I need to be up about almost 6 MOA, about 5.8. And in terms of windage, I need to be shifting over to the right about 1.31 MOA. So we'll give that a shot, and we'll see where we hit and how close we come. And again, for MOA, I'm just going to get an estimate. I know that the dot inside my red dot sight here is about a 2 MOA adjustment. So I want to use that as sort of the ballpark and just sort of see where that gets me. Okay, so the app says about 5.8 up, and 1.31 hold to the left. So let's see where that gets us. All right. Okay, it looked like the initial hold I was having was a little bit high, and I was above the target and then sort of over. And as I came down and just put the red dot sort of in the upper part of the target, it seemed like I was connecting more. So we're going to try a couple of more hits on that and see if I can get a little more consistency. I think that was it. I'm out. Keep trying. I think that may have been a hit, maybe not. Not sure. Okay, I think that was a hit. I think I just need to be like right on target, almost at the neckline. Well, again, I think it's holding on the target. I seem to be having a little more success versus this far off. And again, the wind is really variable. So maybe that wind's throwing me off a little bit. Yeah, okay, some other guy just hit it and that thing really moved. So I'm going to keep working at that 280 and just sort of trying to find my way around that. Yeah, I think maybe the drop's not quite as much. Now I'm up on a higher elevation. I don't know if that could be impacting what that bullet calculator says. So that may have something to do with it. If I was on a level elevation, perhaps that would make that drop. So I'm not having to hold this high for sure, at least on 280 yards. So red dot's still on the target. Okay, we're going for a different target now. It's about 350 yards based on this calculator I have. About an 8.5 MOA hold above the target. We'll start there and see where that gets us. I think I may have gotten a hit on that. All right, I'm starting to see the bullet drop around it. So I think it might be just above the headline is where I need to be aiming at. So we'll load up some more ammo and we'll see if that'll work. So I wasn't taking into account wind that time. So let me try a little bit of adjustment for the wind here. And the eye relief on this magnifier is somewhat of a challenge. That is hard. I'm all around that target, man. All around it. I just don't think I could get it for whatever reason. Right, it feels like the wind is just so shifting here. Got it. All right, improvement. Just ever so subtle adjustments, and I hit it, you know, not a whole lot, but I finally got it. All right, to wrap this up, we're going to go ahead and just try that other target at 280, just from this position here, and that'll wind this down on the AK. Okay, we'll wrap up the AK on the 280 target, see if I can improve there. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Missed. Got it. Hey, much better. And the wind, of course, died down. Okay, that's with the AK. We'll break out some other toys. Okay, so in wrap up, definitely need a lot more time on long range, a lot more education, a lot more training. Definitely very challenging, but I'm glad that I did this session. I think I got a pretty good feel on the AK. I think I'm just going to keep it mostly on target. If it's less than, if it's like 200 and in, probably somewhere in the middle of like the target, at least to start, I should be pretty good. Hopefully there won't be too much wind. If there is a little bit, it'll, get me on either side, but still be on target. If it's past 300, I'm going to need to go a little bit high, but based on what I saw, if I was still staying on target but high, I was hitting more often than not, and just the wind was the one that was really sort of beginning to impact me there. I think that based on what the ballistic calculator was telling me, I didn't need to hold as high. Now again, I'm referencing a dot as a measurement inside the reticle. It's 2 MOA dot, probably not the most accurate. And I'm also on this elevation. As I showed you guys, we're sort of on the other side of this canyon, shooting sort of down and up and into it. And so I'm not quite sure. I'm not super familiar with the app on how you put an elevation in, or if that would even impact it. So again, just more stuff to learn on like my end. But I think, again, I found I didn't really have to hold as high as what the calculator was telling me. The AK is somewhat of a challenge for me, but I think with those parameters, I should be okay in the competition to at least get close and hopefully see where I'm going and sort of correct. So all in all, I need a lot more work on long range, a lot more knowledge, and need to come out here a little bit more frequently to really, try to get a sense of it and try to get a feel of it. So, all right. So anyway, just wanted to take you along to today's range session. Again, not a long range shooter. If you guys have any tips or any suggestions or any knowledge that you want to share, please feel free to do that in the comment section. And thanks for following along. Bye. Going after the closer blues. Sit. 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 Okay, the far ones.